Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Today we will show you how to create a simple four-walled, light framed structure with two entrances and exits using the cold form steel family. At this point, our level 1 floor plan was already created with grid lines and track members laid out for the parameters of our structure. If you haven't already, make sure to load in the cold form steel members that you plan to use. For this tutorial, we will be working on the level 1 floor plan and the default 3D view. We're using 600 track 125 33 mm framing members and 600 stud 125 33 column members. Now we're placing our columns. We align and centered them on top of the tracks. You have to ensure that the studs are moved so that they are a feet and 4 inches away from the end of the tracks. We're doing it for the top stud as well, a foot and 4 inches away from the edge of the tracks. Next we're going to check in the 3D default that they look right. Returning back to the level 1, we're going to array our columns 18 times every 16 inch on the north face of the structure. Next, we will array the columns 14 times every 16 inch on the west face of the structure. We're now going to filter out the model groups and then ungroup them. Do this by highlighting the model area and selecting the filter option. Now we are going to mirror the columns on the north face of the structure onto the south face of the structure using the mirror tool or the shortcut MM. Next, we're going to take the same steps on the west face of the structure and mirror it on the east side of the structure. View your current progress in the default 3D view, and everything looks good. Now we're going to remove the 5th column from left to right on the north side of the structure and the 5th column from right to left on the south side of the structure. Now navigate to the structure ribbon and choose the beam option. This should allow you to place the 600 track 125 33 mm and place the beam between the openings of where you remove the 2 columns. Now select both newly placed tracks and offset the start level and end level offset from -2 feet 6 inches and set the reference level to level 2. Let's go to the 3D view and ensure that the tracks are aligned properly. If it's not aligned, you can use the Align tool or the Align tool shortcut AL to align the members correctly. These tracks will be your headers for your entrances. Going back to level 1. Now copy your columns that are next to the door openings and place the copied columns a distance of 2 inches from the original. Select both of them and adjust the top offset of these jack studs so that they are 7 feet 6 inches tall. Going to do the same for the south side. Copy and replace them 2 inches apart from their original. and they're going to be 7.5 foot tall. Their base level is level 1. Next, copy the jack studs, the ones that we just created, on the south side of the structure and place the copy toward the center of the door frame. They should be placed a distance of 0.7767 foot away. It's approximately 9 1/3 of an inch. Take the same steps for the north face of the structure's door opening. Next, select all of these newly copied studs and adjust their base offsets so that it is a distance of 7 foot 6 7/8 of an inch away from the ground. Ensure that the base level is set to level 1 and the top level is set to level 2. Got a little error. Gonna do it again. Top level, level 2. Base offset 7 foot 6 7/8 of an inch. Ensure that the base level is set at level 1. Yes. These columns will be used as your cripple studs that should be aligned over the door headers. Finally, we will unhide our tracks that will sit atop of the columns. The tracks are just duplicated of our bottom tracks that have been placed on our level 2 floor plan, rotated 180 degrees. Hope this tutorial was useful, and thank you for joining us.